Hey, so today I'm gonna come to you with a video about everything and anything you need to know about testosterone. So I'm coming to you with this video because before me taking testosterone, I was fed a lot of information, I was fed a lot of false hope, or maybe my expectations were too high, and I didn't get enough of the correct information or what I expected when I was gonna take testosterone, because a lot of the things that I did expect didn't happen, and a lot of things that I didn't expect actually happened to me. So I want to go over a 360 view of what to expect, what you can expect, what to not expect, and some of the things that might come up that you never even thought of. Also, this is a video for anyone who's interested, and maybe for your, if your parents, if your partners are going through this transition, to maybe understand them better and maybe, really understand if they're having a hard time or the changes that they can be possibly going through. So just a short introduction. I've been taking testosterone for 5 years. There's more people who've been taking more, have been taking it for longer years than me, and I'm sure the changes are going to be continuous. And even before I even get into the video, just a disclaimer. Whatever happens to me, or however my body reacts to testosterone, all of my changes aren't going to be the same as yours. Your body is going to react to testosterone the way it will react. What happens to me might not happen to you, and vice versa. I might have the things that you might not have, and you might not have the things that I might possibly have. So let's get into the video. The types of testosterone that we have today is injections, gels, and patches. These are the ones that I know of. I'm not going to go into too much detail about them. You can search them up. But basically, how injections work is get all of the types of testosterone. Please go to a doctor, go to your endocrinologist, go to your psychiatrist, get it prescribed for safety reasons. There's a reason you get it prescribed, because everyone uses the different amount of dosages based on your body and based on how your body reacts to the testosterone. So injections it could be once a week, and it could be once every 2 weeks, once every 3 weeks, once every month. And there's even the injections that is once every 3 months. Price range is relatively not too expensive. It's pretty easily accessible, except for the 3-month one, because I did try it twice and it is very, very, very expensive based on where I live, which is Thailand. Also, the next thing is about the patches. Oh, and injections it's intramuscular, which means you can get it injected on your hip, injected on your butt, or on your thigh. And it hurts like any regular injection might hurt. Next thing is the gel. The gel is basically, it's just a gel that you put on your shoulders or any space, and you have to wait for it to dry. You have to apply it on every day, and it is quite pricey, as I know of. The bad thing about it is that if it doesn't dry, or you don't wash your hands properly and you touch someone, you can actually transmit the testosterone to the other person, where they can absorb the testosterone too. So if someone doesn't want to actually have the testosterone, you might accidentally be giving it to them. So please be careful if you're considering using androgels. Patches is similar to androgels, but they're just in patches. You stick it on your shoulder, or you stick it on some area, and you use it every day as well. And that is quite expensive as well. So let's get on to the changes. So the changes that, the very, very first change I'm going to tell you is, please be prepared to really take time, because your changes aren't going to come quickly. I was very disappointed, and I was frustrated because I didn't notice noticeable changes until the 4th to 6th month is when I started seeing my body change, because it's a slow, gradual change, and I was very impatient. I admit that was one of the factors that no one told me and no one prepared me for, is that it doesn't come in overnight. You're not going to change in one day, you're not going to change in 3 weeks. You're gonna gradually change. You're gonna change daily, monthly, yearly. I look at my pictures from 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, 4 years, and I look different every year. So you're gonna continuously change every year. So please be patient, and please just know that your changes aren't gonna be that fast, okay? Don't be me. So most common changes is, first of all, your hair and your hairiness. You're gonna get hairier in general based on your genetics. So if your family is hairy, you'll get hairier. If your family's not that hairy, you won't get as hairy, okay? Your hair gets thicker, your eyebrows fill in more, my eyelashes fill in a lot more. I got facial hair. Same concept with facial hair. If your family has a genetic trait that they have facial hair, you most likely get it. If not, I'm really sorry, but you probably won't have facial hair. Another thing is your body fat redistributes in general. Same with your face. Your face, the body fat will go, the fat on your face will go down. Your jaw gets more angular because I don't know why. I think that your bones might grow. I'm not sure, but yeah, your face shape will definitely change. Your body fat will definitely change from a more feminine body line to a more masculine body line. Okay, you will get more muscle. Please go to the gym if you want to maximize this. Your body will replace the fat into some muscle. Okay, but please stay fit and healthy because you're not gonna automatically perfectly have muscle by yourself. It will gradually grow, and have a good diet, have a good workout, go to the gym a bit to really maximize this opportunity to get a more masculine body shape. That's if you want it. If you don't, by all means, that's fine as well. Your voice gets lower, definitely. My voice started getting lower at the 2-week mark, and it gradually got lower. Some people's voice don't get low until like 3, 4 to even 5 months, okay? And like I said, it all depends on you and how your body reacts to testosterone. Some people might have a squeaky male voice. Some people have a very, very low voice. I would say I'm quite lucky that I have a relatively low voice. Depends on your preference too. You might want to have a high voice. It's totally fine. It's totally up to you. Your junk will get bigger. I am not gonna go into details about how big or whatever, but just average sizes, it can get anywhere from 1 inch to 4 inches thicker, and it does get not thicker, longer, and it does get thicker. Okay, so these are probably the most common changes. The not so common changes would probably also be that you're gonna get more vascular, which means you have more veins, and that's just because naturally men have a higher heart pulse, higher pulse, higher heart rate, and that's just because I think it's got to do with when you take testosterone, also because your muscle, you also have less fat. Okay, men naturally sit on a lower body fat percentage than women. Also, your face is gonna get rougher. Your face, your skin, just your skin, not even just your face, your skin in general gets rougher because your pores get wider, which means there's more oil. Your face will get oilier. Also, you will have an Adam's apple. Some people forget to talk about it, but it is a common change too, okay? I have an Adam's apple. Mine didn't start filling in until the first year. Some people have really, really big ones. Some people have really, really small ones. And your hairline also becomes more masculine and more angular as women have more rounder hairlines. Also, in terms of musculature, you're not gonna get taller. Your hands aren't gonna get bigger. Your feet aren't gonna get bigger. Your shoulders aren't gonna automatically get wider. This is due to muscle growth, okay? It's because all your bones, they fuse their clothes, so you can't get any taller unless you are prepubescent and you take testosterone and you don't go through the other puberty, okay? Also, another change, all these uncommon changes that people don't really talk about, is your sex drive is going to increase through the roof. Really, there's really not much to say about that. You might or might not get a lot hungrier. In my case, I didn't actually start. A lot of people told me this, that, oh, you're going to get real, I was starving every day. I didn't feel that at all. I never went through that. I never had I was always hungry. I never really had an appetite in general, so I didn't go through that, but those are some of the ones that some people might say that they went through. Also, for me, I was more carefree emotionally. You change mentally, okay? For me, in my case, I was more carefree. I was less emotional. That could be a good or a bad thing. I didn't get angry as long. Like, the duration that I would get angry would be shorter, but I get angry easier. That's not a good thing. So that's when maybe I'll turn into the cons. The cons of taking testosterone is get ready for pimples. You're gonna get pimples. Some guys, which I've seen, are really, really lucky and didn't get any pimples whatsoever, okay? But most likely you are gonna get it, and I've seen some guys who were really, 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 like, had bad acne, like really scarily bad acne. And prior to even taking testosterone, their face was clear as day. I didn't get bad acne, but I would always get little bit of pimples on my cheeks, on my forehead. I got a lot of pimples on my back, and they just went away. This it's been the first year, okay, of me just being completely pimple free. My face has never been as clear as day. But every year I would always have pimples. Like every time 1 or 2 went away, another 3 would come up. So for me, I would always have an ongoing problem with, like, I'd have 1 or 2 or 3 here, but it wouldn't be like a face full, okay? But it does go away. Just really trust the process. Really have a good skincare routine. Go to your dermatologist. Get it looked at, okay? Anything that can do that can help, okay? Another thing about taking testosterone is your mental state. Your mental state. Not a lot of people talk about this. Sure, you're gonna be more happy because your body's changed, but what people don't prepare you for is, remember when you went through the first puberty. Remember how your emotions swung up and down. The same things happened. I was happy and then I was depressed and I felt tired all the time and I just wanted to sleep all the time, and I was really lashing out at people, and there was a period where I just didn't want to talk to anyone. I just stayed at home. I didn't want to meet anyone. And that happened until the 4th month mark, okay? The 4th month mark is when I started feeling very, very energetic. I wanted to do everything. I wanted to exercise. I wanted to go for a run. I wanted to go to the gym. But please be prepared for that's the thing that people don't talk about, is that you can go through that. You can go through having swings and highs and lows and up and down. You can be a little depressed. You can be sad. You cannot want to meet people. That happens, okay? So please be prepared for that. It's not all rainbows and sunshine, okay? Also, you can also be in the midst of having hair loss. If your family has a history of hair loss, baldness, you can most possibly get it too, okay? Really be careful of that. These are some things that people don't really talk about. And your temperament as well. You get angry easier. You're more aggressive. Like in my case, I have a shorter fuse. I get angry easier and it's more scary when I get angry, but I let go very quickly. It's just I get angry for 5 minutes and I just completely let it go. And like I said previously, that I was emotionless. I didn't feel anything. I was very carefree, and that's what caused me to split with my ex-girlfriend at the time. And please talk to your partners, or if your parents or anything, please try to understand that they're not purposely doing this. We're going through physical and emotional changes because our hormones are all over the place, okay? Also, another thing to point out is that you can't, in my case, I couldn't cry. And I still haven't cried. I haven't cried ever since taking testosterone. It will go to here, and it comes down. And sometimes it's so frustrating because I want to cry, because crying is a good form of letting things out, but I just can't cry. And I think this is very subjective. Some people can still cry, but for me, ever since even taking testosterone, it's impossible for me to cry. I think this is a lot of the changes that I went through. I'm sure there's some more. By all means, go look at other channels. There's more information to enlighten you. I'm sure I didn't cover every single of the changes. I just covered them from the top of my head of the things that I could remember. And educate yourself. I mean, there's a reason that there's so many videos out there, is so that you can learn from all of us, okay? Please just, go for it. Maybe I'm just happy if I can help you and share things that you might have not expected in taking testosterone. So I hope you had a good one, and I'll see you in the next video.